My boss said, "Stop copying legal on everything. It's overkill," snapping at me. So I stopped. A month later, our own lawyer held up my final email to the board and said, "She warned you. This $15 million breach of contract is entirely on you." I had been the compliance manager at our tech company for 8 years. My job was simple but critical. Make sure every major deal, especially with our biggest Fortune 100 client, went through legal review. Every contract change, every amendment, every update. I CC'd our legal team like clockwork. It was not exciting work, but it kept us lawsuit-free and our massive client happy. Then Brett arrived as our new VP of Strategic Accounts. Day 1, he started talking about operational agility and removing bottlenecks. I knew I was in trouble when he gathered the team and announced we needed to move faster and stop being paranoid. 2 weeks in, during a team call about contract updates with our biggest client, I asked my standard question, "Have we run this by legal yet?" Brett rolled his eyes. "Stop CCing legal on everything," he said. "It is overkill. You are scaring the client and making us look paranoid. We are building relationships here, not running a courtroom." The whole team went silent. I could see people frantically deleting legal's email from their drafts. I unmuted, smiled, and said understood. And I meant it. I literally removed legal's email from my autofill. Brett wanted streamlined, he would get silence. Within weeks, Brett was fast-tracking everything. He started pushing through a major expansion with our client, doubling their user volume, rolling out new data capabilities. He promised the sales team bonuses and promotions. Everyone was high on his velocity. But I knew our contract inside and out. The expansion violated 3 major clauses. It required 60-day written notice for data changes, board approval for scaling beyond certain thresholds, and an updated data processing agreement for the EU servers they had moved to. None of that happened. I was not being vindictive. I was just watching. Every skipped procedure, every ignored clause, every shortcut. I documented it all in a private file. Timestamps, screenshots, email threads. I built a timeline that would make any auditor weep with joy. Meanwhile, Brett strutted around like he had reinvented business itself. I sent Brett one email flagging these issues. He never responded. So I did what I was trained to do for high-risk compliance concerns. I sent a detailed report to our board's compliance inbox, 12 pages. Every violation, time-stamped and clause referenced. No drama, just facts. The day after I sent it, Brett called me. My role was being sunset as part of a strategic realignment, 2 weeks notice. He said I was solid, but they needed people who could move faster. I cleaned out my desk quietly, backed up my files, went home. 1 month later, I got a text from Tanya. Someone still inside. Just a screenshot. Our client's legal department had sent a formal breach of contract notice. They were threatening to terminate our $15 million agreement and imposing $2.6 million in penalties for unauthorized expansion, missing data agreements, and contract violations. The company launched an emergency investigation. Legal was demanding to know why they were never consulted. They started reconstructing every email, every decision. That is when someone found my email to the board, sent the day before I was fired, detailing every single risk, every violation, every warning. They called an emergency board meeting on a Sunday. The general counsel presented my email to the entire board. Then our senior lawyer looked directly at Brett and said she followed instructions. "You told her not to involve legal." She complied and still escalated through proper channels to the board. "She warned you. This $15 million breach is entirely on you." Brett tried to deflect, saying it was a process breakdown and that I did not involve legal either. The lawyer cut him off. "You do not get to amputate your brakes and then blame the driver when the car crashes," she said. The board chair asked Brett directly, "Did you remove her legal oversight function?" Brett nodded. "Then this breach is yours," the board chair said. The meeting ended in silence. My email stayed on the projector screen, glowing above Brett's head like evidence at a trial. I did not need to be there. I had already said everything that mattered, in writing, with timestamps, exactly when it counted.